Welcome to the Epic Success Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Shannon Irvine. Okay, it's about to be like mid-year, right? So we've had a half a year, and I'm wondering, how's it going? Like, how's the progress that you saw January 1st, the vision that you put forward early in January? How how is that going for you? Are you where you wanted to be when you sat down in January and you made your goals for the year and you got fired up and you were ready to go and this is my year and I'm going to do it? If you're like most people, we get to mid-year and we say, oh my gosh, like half a year's gone by and I haven't gotten to where I want to be yet. And my vision that I had in January, I start to shrink it to fit what is happening versus expanding it in a way that your brain will help you create that reality. And so I want to talk to you about how to go about the mid-year reflection in a way that allows you to collapse time, that allows you to do in the second half of the year what you wanted to do all year. And the key in this, it starts back with the vision that you had in January. One of the most challenging things is to look at what you say you wanted versus where you're at. So you got to get real about that, first of all. Like, where did you say you wanted to be? Let's bring that back up. But we're going to bring it up in a different way, not in a lack kind of way, not in a way of like condemnation or what's wrong, why can't you figure this out, but in a way that allows your brain to help you achieve it. And one of the things I see so many people struggling to achieve their dreams, to get their business where they want to be, to get their health where they want it to be, their relationships where they want it to be, is because they are not using the system that allows it to happen. So I want to focus in on this piece today of what we call in our ecosphere the neurocoaching model. But the simple way to say this is it's see it, say it, become it, right? So see it means you have to actually create a vision so that your brain can see what it is that you want. And 90% of people get motivation, write things down on a piece of paper, close the book, and then try hard, but they never allow their brain to see it. And so we're wondering why we're at mid-year, why isn't it working? Why am I not where I want to be? And I can tell you, if you listen to the last podcast, I found myself in that situation. And the power of this model to tap into the way you're actually wired versus this outside in model of just needing more information, needing more strategies, needing more tactics, needing more outside of yourself. Really want you to lean into this vision piece, but not the way maybe you've done it in the past. What we need for your brain and what I need for my brain is for there to be a movie going in my mind of the place that I want to end up as if it's already been there. And it's a blank slate. Your mind is a blank slate, and it's looking for a visual representation of the vision that you want. That's why you need to see it. And when I say see it, first we got to see it in our mind. We got to have a desire for it. We have to feel like God's put that desire in our heart. We need to start to like formulate that in terms of the thinking brain, the part of us that plans and all those things. But then we've got to hand it over to the more limbic neurochemical emotional system of the mind. And that is, we've got to put some texture to it, some imagery to it. I think about this in terms of like a channel. Have you ever been like surfing and you put it on a channel and it's fuzzy and you can't quite see it, and maybe it's stalling out because the internet's bad and it's getting fuzzy? That's what's going on if you're trying to show your brain where you want to go without a clear picture. So what I'm wanting to bring forward to you today, mid-year, because I care for you. I really want to see you get this first part going. So the second part of saying it in a very specific way, and the third part of actually becoming it, like actually getting those results that you wanted in the beginning of the year, starts to become reality. And one of the biggest helps I can give you here is to first, write it down, and then take each thing you've written down and then start to craft a movie screen kind of image of it completed. Like if I had a camera on my shoulder and I came to your house and I said, okay, I want you to put on a play, and I want you to act out exactly what's the result is, and I put it in the camera, I'm filming it. So that's what I want you to film in your mind. So I want you to craft in your mind what it is that you want to create by the end of the year. So let's say that you're running your own business and you're an entrepreneur like I am, and say you want to get to $10,000 a month in reoccurring revenue in your business. So here's what your typical entrepreneur does. I'm going to segue here, is we say, I want $10,000 a month reoccurring revenue. How? And that how do I do it is the opposite of the way your brain works. It's completely opposite of how your brain wires anything. If you go directly into the how, you put your brain, your mind in a bind, because your brain doesn't know how, it hasn't done that before. And so it gives you chemicals that actually slow you down and stop you. So what I don't want you to ask how, I want you to ask, what does it look like when it's done? And start to paint that movie in your mind. What I want you to get to is when you close your eyes in the morning, or open them in the morning and close them at night, that you can see that completed, what it looks like. So say it's like, okay, well, to get to 10,000 reoccurring revenue, I need 10 clients every single month to continue on with me. So you're picturing yourself, and I'm closing my eyes as I'm doing, you're picturing yourself serving. And I always want to say, like, money always follows serving as many people as you can for how God has called you to serve them. And so as you're leaning deeper into how you serve people, I want you to see yourself like coaching those one-on-one clients, or coaching the group, and see them getting transformations, and see what it looks like when you go to your bank account and see that $10,000 reoccurring coming in every month. And what does that change in your environment that you think $10,000 a month is going to create for you? You need to paint that picture. I mean, you need to Bob Ross it. You need to literally Bob Ross it in your mind. You need to, like, stroke by stroke, brush by brush, paint by paint. You just need to get in there and put the little trees in and move the little, you know, how he does that. But that's what we need to do in our mind. That's the fast track. That's the secret. That's the key. That's the hack that you've been looking for while you've been chasing tactics and strategies and methods, right? But the way God wired your mind, and the power that is available to you to create, you know, God was a creator and he gave you that exact same power. You've got to see it on the canvas in your mind. And I always say a movie theater, because a lot of times people struggle. I can't see it. I can't visualize. I want you to, like, piece by piece, as you are building a play, start building that canvas in your mind like a movie screen. It doesn't need to be in your mind. It needs to be something that you see, like, on a screen. And now every morning you go back to that vision, you read it, you close your eyes, you see it, you embody it, you feel it, then you go serve. And you repeat that vision pattern. That's the C pattern of the neurocoach model. And it is the most powerful thing. And without it, you will be doing this loop of starting to have the goals, getting all motivated. Then at into July, you're sitting here saying, why don't I see what I wanted to see? And you just haven't learned the proper what, like how, not how do I see it, but what do I do to see it? And so I hope this episode, it was really got you fired up. I'm about to reach out to a lot of my former and current clients with just this conversation around, we're at mid-year, you have an opportunity to make the second half of the year everything you thought the whole year would be, if you tap into the power that you have available to you in this part of your mind. So here's what I would love to challenge you with. Go into socials and declare, make a declaration, decree it so. Now I'm kind of getting ahead to next week where I'm going to talk about the second piece of the model, but go into social, especially Instagram, that's where I hang out. Tag me in your post and just say, the second half of this year, I am going to, and then just write it out, like declare it in your socials, and watch the magic of collaboration, encouragement, all of those things happen as you start to see it behind your eyes before you see it in reality. All right, y'all, this is how you tap into the power that's available to you when you're chasing that top 3%. This is what is the magic sauce. So grab your paintbrushes, have that beautiful monotone voice as Bob Ross, craft the vision behind your eyes, declare it out on social, tag me, and 67 days, you're going to start to see reality breaking through the fog. All right, I hope this is encouraging to you. If it is, we'd love to have a review on whatever podcast channel you listen to. And until next week, thank you for listening. I love you and adore you, and I am honored to be in your ears listening to this podcast. Until next week, God bless and have an amazing week. Remember, you are the creator of those thoughts, so think the thoughts that will create the reality you want. All right, bye for now.